If anybody doesn't know, I'm Charlie Murphy. I've known Ben for a very long time. In fact, I was thinking about tonight, and I was about to do one of my patented strawberry shortcake shots where I hit it, and it goes about 10 yards in the air and then comes down and hits my own shoe. But what hit me was, I've known Ben. The first story I want to tell about Ben is, Ben was 18 or 19 when this story happened. It's pretty amazing. I've known Ben for a while. But I want to tell a couple quick Ben stories, and then a couple very quick thoughts on Allison and Ben. And obviously thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Bird and Mr. and Mrs. Trey for a wonderful weekend. But the first Ben story that I was thinking of, and you have to tell a couple Ben stories, because Ben is a real character. There's not a real good American or American English word for it, but he's got a lot of character. He's a character, whenever there's a big story, Ben Bird is usually involved in a very major way in whatever story it is. But I wanted to tell one quickly. So Ben's 18. I guess I'm 17, or maybe Ben's 19 and I'm 18. And Ben used to have a Sega Genesis in his freshman dorm room. And I thought that was pretty cool. And he used to have a game called NHL 95, which I used to like, and strangely played with the Rangers, which I didn't understand. But we were playing one day. This is when I'm first getting to know Ben, and Ben had a jacket and tie on one day. I went to school with a jacket and tie on one day, and I was a little confused by this. And I came over and was playing hockey with him, and obviously I noticed he has a jacket and tie on, and a little odd, I don't understand it. And this was about a week or so before we had our first freshman dance. And Ben, again, he's 18 years old, this is a long time ago, wore a jacket and tie class, and a young lady who I forget her name, Kendra something. I don't remember where. I don't know what happened. We never saw her again. Came in and she asked the question I wanted to ask, which is, "Hey Ben, why are you wearing a jacket and tie? It's like a Wednesday, and you're in college. You're a freshman." And he said something along the lines of, "Well, got a dance this weekend. Just want to give you a quick preview of what you'd be seeing at the dance." We were in shirts and ties, and I was taken aback by that compliment. Wow, I have to somehow get that. That's very impressive. So we moved on to sophomore year, junior year, senior year. Graduated from college, moved to Hoboken together. And we took the CFA during the same period of time. CFA was a period of time where we would kind of be a little bit monkish for about 6 months. We would work all day and see a movie, and then after 6 months, take the test. We would try to drink every beer on the island of Manhattan. I think we almost came close once or twice, which was great. But one thing I just want to say quickly about Ben that I really admire is he's extremely adaptable. I don't say that in a lame way. He's when situations present themselves, obviously compound situation is a big one. Took that, he immediately, or over a couple of days, adapted, figured out how to make the best of the situation. I think one thing my wife and I, beautiful wife, Brooke, we tend to project 100 scenarios of every situation, think about everything, and kind of realize anything. But Ben does that, but he makes a very clear decision on things, and he goes on. I've always admired that about him. We used to go to this bar a couple, after work sometimes, this Bartonic. We used to work a couple blocks away
Yeah.
from each other. I worked at Morgan Stanley, I worked at Lehman Brothers. We used to meet, and I would tell him all these various things I'm working on, and he would just be like, "You gotta just do this. That's the right idea. You just do this." And I always kind of admired him for that. When he met Allison, obviously, one thing I really like about them is their humility with each other. They're very, very comfortable with each other, and I really like that. There are certain times where I really like when a couple's together and one of the members says something, and you can see it on the other one's face. They're kind of like. And I'm trying to think of a good assertion that's like a very brave assertion where I listen to it and I'm like, I don't know if that's, I was trying to think of one. It's something like, Manhattan rents are going to fall 20% a year for the next 10 years. And, I don't know if you agree with that or not, but something along those lines. I'm like, wow, I don't know if I have the data or anything to agree with that. But Allison, I feel like something, you'd just be like, I don't know. We like it. So, and the final thing I wanted to say, there are a couple of the stories I forget, unfortunately, but what I want to say to end is, what I really love about you guys is you have a wonderful set